Friends and family of the bride and groom, welcome, and thank you for joining us on this incredible day to celebrate Serena and Anthony. I know we're all excited for the explosion of love we're about to witness, but first, I have to begin with some ground rules. First, please refrain from using your cell phones during the ceremony. I know we all want to capture this moment to cherish for all time, but please leave it to professionals. Second, assuming all goes according to plan, after this ceremony is complete, we will be returning for some group photos with all the attendees. Please remain in your seats when we make our exit. Finally, once we make our leave, our tried and true MC for the evening, Powis, will be taking over the mic. Please take everything he says seriously and literally. Now that we have that out of the way, back to the task at hand. My name is Kevin Bird, and I've had the delight of a lifetime of friendship with Serena and over 15 years of friendship with Anthony. I, like many of you, have been waiting for this day for many years, to witness the joining of two unique and amazing souls who seem like they were born to be together, who finally get to join each other in matrimony. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of watching the bride and groom grow and thrive together. From meeting each other as 23-year-old teenagers to growing into responsible adults, pet parents, and homeowners, I cannot express how proud I am of the relationship you have fostered together. We are all honored to be a part of this ceremony today, and the bride and groom appreciate everyone making their way to Maple Ridge to join us, but would like to especially thank the family and friends from outside the province who has traveled across Canada to be here. To start, we would like to thank both families for gathering here today to celebrate this unison. Cynthia and Carlos, and Jennifer and Rob, thank you for raising two of the greatest people I know. Your love for each other and unwavering support throughout their lives have given them the perfect framework to model their marriage upon, build their own loving family, and continue their legacy as the greatest power couple of our friend group. Although we had an expedited mini-ceremony to ensure the key members of the family could share this moment, I heard the officiant got pretty drunk and ended up in the pool, so we're trying it again. But in all seriousness, I do believe the magical moment that everyone involved worked so hard to create had the power to shape the future and ensure we could all be here today together. But family is just not the people you share a house with growing up. Both the Cabelfins and the Serena clans the Cabelfin and the Coulthard clans are out in full force today. And it means so much to the bride and groom. You may not see each other as much as when you were younger, but it's amazing that you can all be here together to share this moment. And finally, friends are the ones you share some house with along the way. Thank you to all of our friends for showing up on the stage with me today, and everyone in the crowd who are going to ensure this is one of the best nights of our lives. If we have not met, I have no doubts it will be an easy transition into friendship before the night is over. This wide range of comical characters have all come together to give their love and support to the fun-loving, teeth-showing, silly dancing bride and groom. Now, it's time to get personal, and I hope I can keep my composure. Serena, it's not often one gets to have a friend for so long in life. I don't entirely remember how we first met, but one of my first memories of you as a child at Douglas was looking up from my coloring book that had overlapping shades of brown to see Serena's page, where each section was shaded so the art appeared in 3 dimensions and alive. I felt ashamed at the time, but I shouldn't have felt bashful comparing myself to the most talented artists, creative minds, and passionate people I know. It's so crazy how much we've grown in this time, some of us more literally and some of us figuratively. Your commitment to a career of doing your passion as a tattoo artist and beautician is inspirational, and your ability to get Anthony to shut up when everyone is thinking it is truly remarkable. Although I have never been one for astrology, our headstrong Aries queen mirroring my own temperament is enough proof for me. I may not always know what the plans are as they're developing, but I can always rest assured knowing they are unfolding in your hands. She may not be as easy to please as Anthony, but it was no doubt when you're in Serena's good books. It doesn't matter if it's something big like throwing a party for someone, or something small like making sure a friend doesn't go to the bathroom alone. Her generosity and true care for the ones that matter most to you know no limits. Anthony. Anthony is the most genuine man I have met in my life. He always wants the best for every person he meets and wants everyone to feel welcome and included. It doesn't matter if it's a literal boatload of Irishmen 10 years our junior, or a group 10 years our senior who are as upset with the same boatload. Anthony will find a way to connect with and find common ground with everyone he meets. While the words that come out of his mouth may not always be kind, his genuine smile and knowing exactly when to drop the ruse lets you know his true intentions and his heart of gold. If you ever need convincing, just fill a shot glass with chips and the rest will sort itself out. Anthony is a truly unique man. He will always fight for what he believes in, even if that means passionately flipping sides in an argument after somebody makes a really good point. His logic sometimes sounds illogical, but I trust him to come up with the right solution. He stayed committed to a slow burn that almost took 10 years for my nickname to land, and now Clunky Banana stands before you, a better and happy man than Big Bird ever was. Anthony rises to every occasion, and he has been there for me when I needed a friend to lift me up, a teammate by my side to support me, and a rival to keep me pushing to be the best version of myself. Although at the time I was first becoming close to Anthony, I prided on myself by being the glue that held two amazing groups of people together. The fusion of Vancouver and Delta, the joining of nerds and artists. Serena and Anthony were passing each other like ships in the night at parties at my house without meeting. But now they are together, and I'm happy to say I no longer hold this honor. Serena and Anthony have carried on the torch and are the glue that holds so many friendships together. Their door is always open, their stove is always on, their fridge is always full. As we grow older, I realize just how privileged we are to have a lucky couple like this do so much for us. A friendship with Serena and Anthony may not add years to your life, but it will certainly add life to your years. Serena and Anthony, today you gain an equal partner who will be your confidant, your defender, and your motivator through all of your aspirations and goals. You will celebrate each accomplishment, provide peace through every setback, and most importantly, give love in life's big and small moments. Through all the ups and downs in marriage, I know there is nothing you won't be able to handle and grow from. The bride and groom's lives are proof for all to see the true power in love. Love is a powerful word and comes in many forms. It is clear to see their romance and adoration for each other, but none of us can truly understand what they mean to each other. But what is apparent to everyone is every form of love radiating from them to everyone they share a room with. I want everyone to close their eyes and think back to when you had an amazing moment you shared with Serena and Anthony. You were probably among friends, you were probably laughing, and you were probably full of a delicious meal they just made for you. I have so many memories basking in friendship and love that would not have been the same without them. My favorite color is blue, but all these memories somehow have a familiar pink tint to them. They taught me so much about love that I never understood. Love is not just kisses, flowers, and jewelry. Love is dancing to express, not to impress, and falling in love with that expression. Love is having a mini wedding in advance because some things in life just aren't worth the risk. Love is one last trip to Shams together, 3 years in a row. Love is answering the phone with a stupid voice, even when you're in front of all the boys. Love is wearing the team jersey, even if you're 700 kilometers away. Love is judging the person in front of you for who they are, not the choices they made in the past. Love is stepping up to a pup in need, and love is your roommate caring enough to step up to. Love is waiting to share everything from the wings you had last night to the latest episode of anime to just a little Breens time. And most importantly, love is putting aside all the little differences and arguments and focusing on what truly matters most. Along your journey here, I had the honor of bearing witness to many of the milestones in your relationship. It all culminated in the privilege of being present for their engagement and watching Serena say yes to marrying Anthony as he slipped a pipe cleaner on her finger. That night was the first time we celebrated their eventual wedding. That was over 2 years ago now, and now 8 different parties and countless liquid calories. I have the honor of being part of this beautiful ceremony happening right before our eyes. So without further ado, if any person here knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, if you ask me, you're 4 months late, and legally you're at least a couple hours late. Sorry. Serena and Anthony, I would like to invite you to share your vows. Serena, if we could please begin with your vows.
Anthony, and officially my husbands. People liked it. The soft launch worked. It's truly funny to me that we would be exchanging vows for the second time in 1 year. In April, I remember thinking to myself that having to articulate my love for you for a second time in front of several people was going to be somewhat stressful. But as the days grew closer to today, There was a sense of ease that began to envelop me. I began to realize every day spent together, we would exchange short vows of our love and devotion. I would take note of the way you would exit the office, and I would hear your little footsteps searching for me in the apartment. The way a mischievous and loving smile would appear on your face when you would find me in a crowd. The way you would purse your lips for a quick kiss in between work meetings. The way you would randomly text me saying nothing but, "Breeners, love you," or "Breeners, miss you," even though we'd only been apart for a couple of hours. The way that you would point out cute dogs on the street to make sure that I didn't miss them when we were running a short errand. The list goes on with all the ways you silently promised to love me, and I'm truly the luckiest person in the world to be on the receiving end of your affection. I wanted to share a little excerpt from a card you wrote to me several years ago. Dear Sabrina, it seems odd to think I've only known you for less than a year. Even more odd to think I somehow knew we'd end up in a relationship together when we were at Pemby. I couldn't be more glad that you decided to proposition me. I know sometimes I can be a lot to deal with, so thank you for how well you've put up with my antics so far. Can't wait to spend more time with you and discover what the future holds for us. Your normal guy, Anthony. P.S. I've decided I like you, only a little. Here we are, 7 years later. A while ago, I remember us talking about soulmates and that we had agreed that we were truly meant for each other. There was something you said to me during that conversation that has always stuck with me. You shared with me that you believed there are alternate realities happening all at once, and you knew in your heart that in every reality out there that we were together. That even though we may not always be able to live in this reality forever, somewhere in space and time, there are versions of us that are together, and that's how you know that our love was truly forever. In this reality, I want a pinky promise to wear pink every day. I pinky promise to make you laugh until you wipe your eye. I pinky promise that I will commit to persevering through any challenges that we will inevitably face. I pinky promise to celebrate all accomplishments, big or small. I pinky promise to make decisions that are in our best interest for our future. And finally, I pinky promise to create the best life with you in this universe and all the universes that exist. Nice.
My Breens. At our first wedding, I spoke at length about our past. I mentioned how quickly we became friends over the course of our fated Pemberton Music Festival. I told everyone about how that friendship bloomed into a beautiful relationship the following summer. I even confessed to how I had known of our special bond long before that blossoming began. When I look back on these memories, they are still so vivid. It is difficult to believe some were over 7 years ago. I know that for as long as we live, we will continue to build a lifetime of equally powerful memories. I am forever honored and blessed that we are granted the opportunity to journey our way through life together. Back in April, I also spoke about our future together. I'll still be doing that, just exercise a little patience. Not your strong suit, I know, but bear with me. What I neglected to properly proclaim back then was the way I feel about you. Today, I want to bring some focus toward those feelings so you can understand how much you truly mean to me. First, though I hate to admit it to your inflated ego, you are pretty damn funny. I like to think I have a selective humor, but the selections you make in your jokes are often the variety that hit me right in the feels. The way you recycle and build off the same material is a formula that truly resonates with me. I appreciate that aspect of you every single day, and I will never stop enjoying the feeling of amusement you bring to my life. Second, I would like to talk about loneliness. Strange topic, I know, but bear with me once again. While I still enjoy my time alone, it is not as satisfying as it once was. I have always cherished my own thoughts, often seeking opportunities to recede into the deep recess of my smooth brain. However, the more time I spend with you, the more I realize these are wasted opportunities of otherwise precious moments. Rather than be alone, I yearn to belong with you instead. I can confidently say that feeling of belonging I have whenever I am with you will never fade. Last, I want to mention pride. Pride is difficult for me to realize through my own actions. As you point out, I tend to bypass my own accomplishments in the pursuit of larger goals. I never feel that same way about you. Your fearlessness in self-expression, your fierceness when voicing your own beliefs, and your unmatched compassion for your friends and family are but a few of the proud moments I get to observe on a regular basis. The feeling of pride you bring to my life reminds me every day how it looks to become a better person. Now, back to the future, our future. I will still give you the same promises I did in April, but this time stealing your pink twist. After all, what precedent are we setting for our marriage if we can't share our good ideas? We be missing a page?
Improv.
Okay, fair enough. I pinky promise that I will always be in your debt, maybe even paying up for some, for having shown me the highest quality that life can offer. I pinky promise to always live the best life with you throughout all our endless adventures. And still, most importantly, I pinky promise that I will always remain your pinky for as long as you will be my Breens.
Serena and Anthony, we have witnessed your promise to share your lives in marriage. For millennia before us, people of all types have exchanged rings as a token of their vow. I have often teased Anthony that I have had the pleasure of reciting a vow over a ring that he did not, but today he gets his payback as we bear witness to a bond much more important and powerful. I know that the love you have fostered and the vows you have shared cannot be emulated by anything material, but let these rings serve as an everlasting reminder to all of this beautiful synthesis of love we have bore witness to today. Taylor, if you would please present the rings to the bride and groom. Serena Cabelfin, do you take Anthony Coulthard to be your husband? Anthony Coulthard, do you take Sabrina Cabelfin to be your wife? Having pledged your love and by the promise to one another today in front of all your friends and family and by the power vested in me by Serena and Anthony themselves, it is my honor to declare you henceforth as husband and wife. You may kiss the Breens. Congratulations, friends and family. It is my honor to introduce to you, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Coulthard.
Would you ever take a chance with me? Would you ever take a leap with me? Would you ever change your frequency?
Let's welcome in the whole gang, folks.
That's the script. Here they are.
Would you ride forever? Would you ride? Would you ride forever?
Here they go. Hey, 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 hey. Picking the Breens. Picking the Breens. Picking the Breens.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the wedding party and the bride and groom. Come on in, folks. Here we go. Let's get it popping. Wedding party and the husband. Katie King. Kim Moran and Nicole Vine. Josh, Kevin, Jared, Jacqueline, EK, Derek, Billy, And now, friends, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. Please direct your attention to the tarmac as we welcome, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Anthony and Serena. Applause for the tarmac. From the tarmac. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment all the anticipation begins to build. You have no clue how electric this entrance is going to be. Turn your attention towards. It looks like a garage door, but it's a garage for helicopters, folks. This is something magic. I don't know if you know the etymology of the word helicopter, but it's actually, helico is one piece of the word and pater is the other piece. I'm talking pterodactyl style, but for a metal beast, not an ancient creature. Here comes the moment we've been waiting for. Bring your heartfelt applause, Mr. and Mrs. Anthony and Serena Calder. Okay. As far as I know, I hope I'm getting this right. We're going to crack off the speeches with a short welcome speech. So I'd like to pass the microphone to the groom's parents. Rob and Jen, would you come on up and take the mic and make some noise?
Okay, everybody, welcome. That was a special entrance. Very good, absolutely. For those who do not know us, I'm Rob Goldfarb, my lovely wife Jennifer, father of Anthony, son, and our daughter, Serena. Oh, and also Taylor. We have the honor of welcoming you all to this joyous, that I'll go so far as to call it a momentous occasion. And And we're just going to spend a little bit of time to welcome all of Anthony's and Serena's guests, and thank you all for joining us here today. Okay. I do want to have a special call out to all the people who came from out of town. I do know from the Goodman side of the family, we have Jeff and Marianne and David coming all the way from Ontario. All the way from the Navajo, BC, we have Richard and Kimberly. Oh yeah, sorry about that, and Kendall and Travis, thank you, Jennifer. We have also from the Navajo, BC, we have Bob and Kathy Rollins, former neighbors of ours, absolutely. And Nancy Coulthard, I cannot forget my eldest sister Nancy Coulthard as well, who came from Windsor. We have a number of guests from Alberta, many of them who stayed with me last night. And many of them were in the wedding party and their lovely spouses and wives. And honestly, I did not get all the names down, so we'll just say all the Alberta people. So I'm just calling that, and if anybody I missed, well, I'm sorry, my bad. Over to Genevieve for a second.
Okay, thank you. And in particular, we'd like to extend a special and heartfelt welcome to Cynthia and Carlos. Thank you for raising a wonderful, caring, thoughtful daughter who has already become part of our family, and we welcome the two of you into our family as well.
Sorry, this paper stuff is taking me off my game a bit here. As you saw in the ceremony, very, very large wedding party. Maybe grand is the best word, I guess is the best way to say it. That's the way we are the first of many speeches, so we're going to keep this very short, but we would be remiss if we didn't say a couple of things about the bride and groom first.
First, a few words about my son, Anthony. Anthony, you have always been eager to maximize your experience in the world, which has shaped you into the strong, resilient person you are today. Your personality has always been vibrant and assertive. As a child, you were known for your eagerness to correct your teacher, a trait you inherited honestly from the Coulthard clan. In fact, Anthony proudly holds the title of know-it-all number 3 in the family hierarchy. Another standout quality is your natural leadership. You excel at organizing and communicating, often taking the reins and planning events for family and friends. Your loyalty to those you care about is unwavering. You'll go to great lengths for anyone fortunate enough to be in your circle. This has led to a vibrant social life. You have always been surrounded by many friends, with a steady stream of parties and gatherings at our place. The mountain of shoes at the front door was a sure sign of your lively social calendar and the many friendships you hold dear. Whether on the ice, the lacrosse or footy field, or in the kitchen, you always strive to be the best. Is the audience aware that Anthony was part of the Canadian national footy team? Anthony, I am beyond proud of your many accomplishments and the wonderful person you are.
Quite an athlete to be on the Canadian national footy team, yes. Anthony, Mini Rob. Fortunately, you have only inherited my good traits, I like to think, not the negative ones, right? You know, you have so many positive qualities that you have taught me over the years. I guess in a way, I'm really, it's not Mini Ant, it's Biggie Rob, I think. He's taught me a lot. You've taught me integrity. You've taught me empathy. You've taught me humility. These are all good words. And you have taught me generosity. He has. You haven't taught me patience. You know, perhaps patience is one of the bad traits I've actually given to them. What I have taught you is how to wash the dishes. Hot and clean, boys. Hot and clean. But mostly, you are a special friend, which is quite something, right? For a dad to say that to his son. And you are. A friend I can debate with, right? I can play hockey with. I can have a few, sometimes more than a few beers with. And in fact, I can even then sleep on the couch with them. As may or may not have happened last Friday night. You're a friend I share a special bond with. A friend that we know what we're thinking with a mere glance. And for that, I find that always will be special. I'm so pleased of the person that you've become. I'm proud to call you my son. That's it. Goodbye.
Serena, you bring a wonderful harmony to Anthony's life. Your love of art and music resonates deeply with everyone who knows you. You are very influential and persuasive, as is evidenced by this sea of pink around us today. Serena, you are incredibly generous, kind, and loving, with a sense of humor that brightens every room. Your friends are a testament to your warmth and genuine nature.
Said paper. I know, so it was right. Well said, Jennifer. Serena, daughter. Serena started calling me father shortly after, shortly after engagement, and I was not uncomfortable. It was just odd to me at first, and the reason is, nobody calls me, father or dad. Rob. Right? It's Rob. So it just seemed kind of odd. Actually, there's a couple of people. My nephew Nick, he calls me Uncle Rob. That's not bad. Byron calls me Father Rob. And now Serena calls me Father. And I find it. I don't know what I'm finding right now. I treasure the term. I knew I treasure the term. And in turn, I call Serena daughter every time, and it is absolutely sweet. Okay? Now, daughter. This celebration is part of an official welcome to the family. But in reality, you've been part of our family for some time. We've enjoyed dinners and vacations together, yes. We have celebrated events and occasions with you as part of our family. I am absolutely elated to now officially call you my daughter.
Focusing back on the happy couple, Anthony and Serena. We are so happy for the two of you. Wishing you many, many wonderful adventures ahead. You make a remarkable couple. We hope your wedding day is magical and your love for each other shines brightly.
Very nice. And now, a toast. Oh, rats. We kind of forgot some. Okay, we'll share. Thank you. Now a toast. This because of the amount of people at the wedding party. It's the first of many toasts, but this is perhaps the only toast that goes out to all of you, Anthony and Serena's guests. So this toast is to the guests. So thank you very much. And now back to our esteemed Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Bowen.
Let's not mince words. Let's get right into it. Can the best man, Taylor, please join me? Some call him Tyler, some call him the best man. Come on up and adorn us with a speech, please.
There's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, sister, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Taylor.
Hey, brother.
I'm your best man tonight. Anthony asked me, and we'll see if that works out for him. I'm here to ramble on about these two wonderful people who, in their very own rights, mean so very much to me. I think it's a little unlike me, but I'd like to say some nice things about both of you. It couldn't really hurt, could it? We'll start with Anthony. Yeah. Over the years, you've grown into an excellent leader. Stepping up in the workplace, on sports teams, and in your friend group as someone with a strong voice that brings everyone else to your level. Know that that inspires me to do the same. Your passion for your hobbies and your interests, it is what makes you successful at them. Channel that passion. I love to see it. You keep me in check. And that's probably not a bad thing. And when you call me out, it's because you want the best from me. And that's a hell of a thing to have someone in your corner for. Especially when it comes to tough love like that. And for us, that goes both ways. A while ago now, but I was remarking about how weird it was to hear my own voice on a recording. I'm sure everyone has. But it wasn't the same way that people typically would, where they're like, wow, is that really what my voice sounds like? It was weird to me because it sounded like it was Anthony. Like it sounded like Anthony was talking, but it was me. And that's how similar we are in a lot of ways. Get brothered by my own brother, I guess. And Serena, and she hates when I call her that. I guess it would make sense that you would become a dear friend. Anthony vetted friends rarely disappoint. You have a fearless style. You are wonderfully creative and more than a bit annoying. You're equally at home behind a canvas, at a sewing machine, or with a drill in your hand. And your ability to just try something new is something I strive for. And it's only outmatched by the reckless abandon at which you throw your first attempt at that thing. No learning without failing, right? Keep showing me your nails, and I will keep pretending not to like them. Keep being excited at the mundaneness of having orange juice in the household. Keep going on little adventures with me, no matter how little they are. And keep laughing at your own jokes, because someone has to. I would become good friends with Serena during the periods when Anthony was back from university. On weeknights, I would just visit their tiny place to get away from my parents. Don't tell Jen. And if it was the weekend, we would be getting ready to go out dancing. But I would become great friends with Serena when Anthony returned to university and we both realized that we didn't even need him there to have a good time. Post-university for Anthony, I was always welcome to stay on their tiny little couch with my legs hanging off the edge. And on Sundays, we would wake up and try, quite unsuccessfully, not to disturb Anthony, who was just as hungover as we were, but working a shift from the foot of his bed. Kudos to you there. I probably wouldn't have done that. It was a great dynamic. And so we bought a house together. And then we made it a home together. And we filled it with music and just like way too many water bottles. But we maintain the same principles that friends and family are always welcome, even when it's inconvenient for us. And since then, I've had the delight of spending 3 years with the both of you. And I wouldn't trade a moment of it away. You two fit so perfectly together. You take challenges head on. You have each other's backs. And even sometimes, when you're not 2v1ing me, you have my back too. I love you both so very much. And I know that you'll be able to tackle anything that life throws at you from these 3 years that I've spent by your side. To Serena and Anthony. Yeah, I gotta do push-ups for that one.
Beautiful. Mic still works. Okay, cool. Let's keep it moving here. So yeah, I'm gonna come up in between every speech, I've decided. Next up, our illustrious maid of honor, Katie Tissington Turner. Make some noise for Katie Tiz, everybody.
I would like to preface this by saying I have a lot of feelings about both of these people, and when I talk about them, they kind of vacate my body, so don't take it at face value how I'm feeling based on my delivery. So, for those of you that don't know, Serena and I have known of each other since we were about 13 years old, going to the same high school, but we would only become friends a few years later when she came as a +1 to my birthday party. My birthday was in July, and the summer evening began to cool down, and she requested some warmer clothes to wear, always with the fluctuating temperatures. So I took her to my room, showed her my closet, gave her some options, and she looked at them and she said, "I could show you how to fold these better." Okay. However, this probably comes as no surprise because for anybody that knows Serena, there are a few things that we know to be true. She has an eye for design and organization. She is quick to share her honest opinion. And she's just as quick to offer her time and skills to help her friends, new or old, without question. And also that she has a short torso. That summer launched a beautiful friendship characterized by spending entire shifts at each other's places of employment, copious snacking on whatever item gripped us that season, and wheeze laughing through stories that took minimum 30 minutes to finish telling. She is undoubtedly one of my favorite people to laugh with. In 2016, at Pemberton Music Festival, we don't need to talk about what happened to that event. I was made aware of some guy in Serena's friend group that she thought was funny. She said, "This guy really commits to the bit," and the specific example she gave was somebody telling him after he made some sort of comment to get out of here, and he fled. Hadn't seen him for a while. I didn't meet him when I heard this story, actually. Ironically, though, he would go on to commit to just the opposite of that and decided to stick around by making things official with my friend the following year. That same year, I would move to Toronto and I missed the early years of their relationship. And I will confess, it took me some time to fully understand the charm of this man with the frequently furrowed brows and the disarmingly direct style of communication. However, once I finally got to spend some time with him, it was super obvious to me. I saw how fun, how deeply caring, and how thoughtful he is, especially in demonstrating his love for Serena. In Anthony, I found a friend and a kindred spirit. He is a reliable yes for any social function. At the first sound of music, his feet start moving, his fingers start pointing, and perhaps most importantly, he is obsessed with Serena. In writing this speech and reflecting on today, I have been thinking a lot about my mom. I know, I haven't been friends with everybody for over 20 years, so I need to play my most powerful card to evoke your emotions with the limited time that I have. The last couple of years, though, have been a little rocky for me, and my friends have shown up in ways that exceeded my expectations, particularly as these two opened up their home to me over and over when my sense of home was repeatedly being upended. I found refuge not only in my friendship with Serena, but also in my friendship with Anthony and Taylor, but we're not talking about him today. But honestly, I'm not sure how I would have gotten through this last couple of years without them. My mom loved Serena. She was best Facebook friends with Cynthia, and she was really excited for the union of Anthony and Serena. I also know that she would have been super fast friends with Rob and Jen, and she would have been sending you recipes ad nauseum over Facebook Messenger for sure. And she would also be so grateful for the ways that both of your families have shown me love as I've stumbled through the last year and a half without her. You are all powerful examples of family, and Serena and Anthony embody this in the ways they bring all of us together and take care of me like I am their own child. Anyone who knows them know that Serena and Anthony make a house a home, and they're at the center of a network of friends whose bonds span decades. To be a part of this sprawling group of special people is to know true love, friendship, and fun. I've always admired how Serena's authenticity and goodness are reflected back to her with gifts from the universe and this is especially evident in the people that are brought into her life. The best type of people find their way to Serena because Serena is the best type of person. I count myself exceptionally lucky to be friends with many of these people who have helped me through some of the worst moments while making the great ones even better, and always while keeping me super well fed. One of my favorite movies features a married couple where the husband, in awe of his partner, described her as making his world so much bigger and expressed that he hoped he could do the same for her. I know I'm not alone when I say that Serena has made and continues to make my world so much bigger, fuller, and so much more beautiful just by being in it. And I'm very grateful to know that my friend's energy, her talents, and her love are deeply appreciated by Anthony, who never fails to support and uplift her. The bar was set pretty high, but I feel a great sense of peace in knowing that Serena has found somebody who has the ability to make her world bigger too. With his attention to the details that matter, and some of those that don't, unwavering loyalty to the people that matter, and a dedication to picking the ingredients that matter, you two have been cooking, and I'm excited for the next drop. Yuck, I love you both so much. Cheers to my friends, and I'm so excited to see everybody at wedding number 3.
Beautiful. Okay, let's keep it moving. What an amazing speech. Those were absolute bars. Okay, now moving on to the bride's brother, Carlos Cabalfin. Carlos, are you here? Carlo.
Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover.
Yeah, where's the paper?
Where's the paper? Sister, do you still believe in love?
Oh my God. Good evening. So for those who don't know me, I am the eldest of this family. I am here speaking on behalf of Carlos Cabalfin and Cynthia Cabalfin, who are my parents. Oh, what to say? Shoot. They've said everything. Everything I wrote down doesn't make sense now. I didn't write anything down. I'm just joking. Nothing. It's nothing. What can I say? So, first of all, welcome to the family, Anthony, and the Cothards, even Taylor. First time we met Anthony was a long time ago. Remember when we went out for all-you-can-eat sushi? Anthony had never seen a family order a whole table full of sushi on the first round. Halfway through the first round, Anthony's like, "Is that it?" And we're like, "No, there's 3 more rounds." And that was his kind of introduction to how we eat and how much we love to eat as a family and how much we like to cook as a family. Anthony, I thank you for a lot of things, for keeping Serena straight, she can be everywhere at times, and I like the way you can reel her in and focus into things that matter, even the ones that don't. I look forward to the future and everything that you guys will build, and I'm sure Cynthia and Carlos feel the same way. As for Serena, what can I say? You were a blessing. So for those who don't know, we are 16 years apart. So my parents told us at 3:30 in the morning that we were having a brother or sister. And it was an amazing shock, but it was also an amazing blessing. Serena has been more than a little sister. You've kind of been like, at 16, I took you out. We took you to the parks. We took you driving. I think I even taught you how to drive. I taught you how to ride a bike. We've been through a lot. And I love the way and how you've grown as a woman and how you care for the family. So keep it short. Thank you for coming. To all her friends, thank you for being our friends. You guys are amazing. And it's time to take these two pinks into one. Cheers. Cheers.
Sick. Amazing work, wow. Okay, we're gonna keep it going. Now I'd like to ask treasured friend Josh Akazuki to join us to share a speech.
That's not good. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Josh, one of the many that Anthony knows, I believe. I've been thinking about what to say for quite a while. For the past months, I end up thinking about you two when I wake up in the morning. Honestly, it's nice. I kind of think about how one of my oldest friends is taking the next step in his life with someone so wonderful. So I'm very proud of you two. Serena, I've known your groom since kindergarten. He's always been a very special person in my life, and no doubt in everyone's lives that have gotten to know him. I've seen that sort of personality and character in you as well, Serena. I wish you could have been around to see what he was like in the early years, too. If I can share a few moments, because I believe that's why I was called up here, to embarrass Anthony. One of my first memories was when we got into trouble in kindergarten. The teacher asked us to widen the circle we were all sitting around in, and Anthony started giggling and backing up to the very back of the room rather than taking a couple feet back. So I followed along, and we were laughing and having a good time, and we were sent out to the hall for that one. But yeah, in those early days, Anth was the person I looked for, on the playground. And I don't know if he remembers, but sometimes I would climb up the top of the metal slide at Chalmers and just yell, "Anthony! Anthony!" And, I'd find him, and we always had a good time. I can't remember what birthday it was, but my father took me and a few friends out to camping together. I think I was around when we were 13 or something. And this man managed to sneak a whole intricate and handmade delicious cake into the back of the car for us to enjoy after like the second or third night. And I just remember being so surprised. In high school chemistry, we often confidently ignored the lessons that our teachers were providing to us. And we spent time doodling, and we created a couple characters known as Pantony Zoltar and Joshua Hacker Zucchini. In math stretch, and yes, this is the one, Anthony, we were in some sort of advanced math class, and it always made me wonder what kind of gifted Anthony and I were always considered. We got to touch a donated human brain together while we were learning about how the brain learns and all this sort of thing. Anthony might have also covered his hands in yellow highlighter before touching said brain, much to the dismay of the lady who brought it in. She wasn't happy about that. And there's a ton more stories in between. I'm happy to know that, we all have stories about these two throughout the years. And I don't remember being a kid in these memories. I can still think back to kindergarten, and it's like him and I are, as we are today, still being total goofs. I wish that both for you, or for both of you, to have time be irrelevant, to have countless times to remember as if you've always been there together. I hope, Serena, that you always have this man be the person that you look for in darkness and in light. And if I may assure you, he'll always be there, as he has been for me, for you, and everyone. So may you always be able to celebrate a sense of oneness together, no matter where you may be. May you always find joy, and may you always be the smiling, love-struck fools I've known you to be. So, cheers to the couple, and cheers to eternity.
Banger. Beautiful. That was an incredible speech. All right, let's keep it moving. At this point, let's welcome Ryan Coulthard to hit us with a speech.
All right. A lot of hard acts to follow so far. It's been pretty good up here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ryan. I'm here as one of Anthony's groomsmen today. But actually, out of the two of them, Serena is my older friend, my oldest friend on this little blue marble we call Earth. Serena and I met in the first grade, and pretty much from day one, we were just fast friends right off the bat. It's been so long. It's been so long. I was going to make a point about how not a lot of people can say they're so lucky to have friends from that young in life, but about half the room here can pretty much say that. So I don't know, I guess the lesson is know your audience. Serena was always a really creative person, even as kids, whether it was out on the playground in our make-believe games or her art. Even at that age, it was super impressive. She taught me a few basic drawing techniques. My study ended there. Obviously, hers did not. And over the years, she's worked and improved and developed a unique personal style and just an incredible talent. I enjoy her art so much. I actually have a piece of it on my body for life. I won't tell you where. At the end of the 6th grade, my family moved away from Vancouver to North Delta, and at the time I was just devastated, totally heartbroken. I just thought I'd never see my friends again, teary goodbyes, the whole thing. But as kids do, I moved on and I made new friends, and one of the closest of those friends would be Anthony. I think the first time I remember talking to Anthony, him and another friend had come to my door. They were actually looking for my brother, and I told them he wasn't home and shut the door in their face. Maybe not the warmest opening by me, but I feel as though at this point maybe he's forgiven me for that one. Anthony was, we've heard it a few times at this point tonight through the speeches. Bit of an enigma of a kid. Definitely the one to always be pushing the boundaries to see what he could get away with. Not to the enjoyment of our teachers, perhaps. But then on the flip side of that, Anthony was also, a pretty smart guy. So the teachers liked him for this. Sometimes frustratingly so, like weirdly so. I'm not going to claim to know what's going on up there, up top for him. But if you've never had the pleasure of seeing Anthony approach a problem or a puzzle, or even just strategizing in a game, something like that, you're missing out, because it's something unique, and I struggle to understand it. I don't think I can, but he sees things differently. He's got a unique thought process, and he's just, I'm kind of mind blown by the way this guy can figure things out in a way that I can't do it. Anthony and I became closest in high school when we started our heavy metal band with a few other guys who were actually also here tonight as well. We got a little excerpt there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know if the neighbors were as big a fan of that band as we were. They certainly heard the catalog extensively. But we had a lot of long practices, and that just led to a lot of long times hanging out, and gave way for other shared interests. Card games, video games, collecting the free T-shirts that came with packs of beer from the liquor store. Men of culture, as we were. So those were kind of my two lives growing up, two eras I kind of always saw it as, and each of them heavily feature one of these two. It feels like every memory I look back on is something to do with one of the two of these guys. And so when, as adults, these two came together, it was really great for me. It's super convenient, just really bring it all in. And the two of them together, they've taken the best from one another, and they've combined in some really beautiful ways, and some unexpected ways too. I don't remember either of them being particularly pink before they got together. I don't know, maybe they just awakened something deep inside one another. Actually, maybe Anthony in the cheeks a little bit. He was a little rosy there. The two of them, you guys are so generous and caring, and just so much fun to be around. Amazing hosts, real life of the party people. You're both inspiring. I wish I was more like you. I look up to you. I care for you so deeply. I could talk about these guys all night. Most of it good, even. Maybe off the mic, I'll tell you the bad. But my life has been so much richer for having the two of you in it. I love you so dearly. And so the two of you choosing to spend your lives together, it's just the best choice you could make, I think. To the bride and groom, Serena and Anthony, I love you guys.
Wow. What an incredible amount of speeches. Serena taught me how to draw too, by the way. Okay, last but not least, it's more competitive. We play speed or whatever. Anyway, let's bring up one of our ultimate speakers, Wacklin Jong, aka Jacqueline Wong, longtime friend. Are you kidding me?
Popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. All my brothers got that gas and they always be smoking like a rock star.
Alrighty, testing. All right, good. All right, good, fine evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jacqueline, one of Serena's Breens maids. Also, hooligan neighbor, meme curator, and the yin to her yang. If there's a weird random errand to run or a silly adventure to be had, Serena is my go-to girl. When I first met Serena in the first grade, I had the hardest time remembering her name because my developing child brain could not understand why her name starts with a C, but it sounds like it starts with an S. But once I figured it out, I realized that Serena was someone truly unforgettable. I forgot to mention what time it is. It's I Love Serena o'clock. Serena is the kind of friend who will stand by your side no matter what. If you need someone to talk you out of buying something, Serena isn't the person to call. She's likely right there with you, encouraging the purchase you have with purchases of her own. But if you need someone to have your back, whether it's a silly adventure or a serious situation, Serena's the friend who will be there by your side every single time. And she'll do it while making you laugh with her wit and humor. Though we went to separate high schools, our friendship deepened when we crossed paths again at Kevin's infamous parties. As youngins do, we prepared for a night out with pre-game naps and debating what outfits to wear. While this may be hard to believe now, looking at her now, there was a time where Serena had only monochromatic colors in her closet. She used to ask for help for things like deciding which gray cardigan would look nice with her white shirt and black jeans. Fast forward to a time when Serena needed no help at all deciding what she needed. She had just come back from the Coulthard cabin and couldn't wait to tell me about the amazing time she had getting to know Anthony. I remember her saying, "I like Anthony. I want to make him my boyfriend." She made the decision without hesitation, no second guessing, no changing her mind. She just knew. And what felt like no more than a day later, she was telling me Serena and Anthony had made their relationship official. It was very clear that she had met someone special. Serena, you look stunning tonight. I'm so proud of the woman you've become, someone who knows what she wants when it matters most. You've chosen a partner who loves you unconditionally, someone who makes you laugh, supports you, and celebrates you for exactly who you are. Anthony. Anthony, Anthony, Anthony. You are a man of many words, sometimes too many words. But I've learned that's just part of the Anthony charm. Your commitment to a good bit and a good time is unmatched, and I just believe that the same dedication will shine even brighter in your marriage. There's no doubt in my mind that you'll bring the same passion and humor to this next chapter of your lives. Thank you for loving her and understanding her quirks, and for being her rock. You truly bring out the best in her, and it makes my heart so happy. So here's to Breens and husbreens. Let's raise our glasses to the start of a beautiful journey together. May you always find home in each other. I wish you a lifetime of love, laughter, and endless adventure. Cheers.
I've been fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star. All my brothers got that gas and they always be smoking like a rock star. Fucking with me, call up on the Uzi and show up, man, them the shot toss. When my homies pull up on your block, they make that thing go grata-ta-ta.
That's so cool. All right, let's keep it moving. No time for fodder here, okay? It's a beautiful, beautiful wedding that we're at. So much love, so many great speeches. Weddings don't need all the bells and whistles like a color theme and helicopter rides. We just need great speeches to the point. And on that note, I'd like to welcome our ultimate speakers, the bride and groom, the Breens. Serena and Anthony, enjoy.
Hello, everyone. Hi. On behalf of myself and my husbreens, we would like to extend our sincerest gratitude to all of you that were able to join us today on this very special occasion. When Anthony and I started planning this wedding, we knew there were going to be 3 goals in mind, 3 major goals. 1, delicious food. 2, 2, excellent music. And 3, a lot of pink. With how this evening has been unfolding, we can confidently say that all 3 goals were achieved.
First, a massive shout out to all of our guests. You beautiful bunch are really doing your best to satisfy that third condition. The pink has been the star of the show all day, outshone only by the people wearing it. You are all invited here because you play a special role in our lives, and we want you to know that we are forever grateful for all of your friendship. We hope you've enjoyed yourselves so far and look forward to the remainder of our fun-filled evening together.
Don't clap for everything. We got a lot going on.
Yeah. Next, we would like to thank all of our wonderful vendors for making today extra special. A big shout out to Louis Gervais and his team for the delicious food. Anthony and I were immediately taken by the food. Yes, okay. You said don't clap, and then all of a sudden you're like, clap. We were immediately taken by the food and service at our tasting, and we're grateful that you were able to create such a delicious menu for us and our guests. Thank you to DJ Wax for really keeping the rhythm of the night smooth with these sick tunes. We can't wait to dance the night away to more of your masterful mixing.
Kind of follow me, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you to our photographer Camila. Whoa. Cut me off. No, don't do that. Thank you to our photographer Camila and Adrian, her husband, for immortalizing the memories we made earlier today and for capturing all of these special moments. You are an absolute legend, and we are blessed to have worked with you. I personally have worked with you 4 times now. And of course, a big thank you to Tiffany and her team for helping us bring our pink wedding plans to fruition. Your guidance throughout these past few weeks has allowed us to properly enjoy the festivities, and we will forever be grateful to you.
All right, now on to the people who are most near and dear to us. Clunky Great Banana. Also known as Kevin Gordon Bird, we would like to start with you. Through the years, you have been an incredible friend to both of us separately. Better still is how you have managed to navigate a friendship with the 2 of us combined. The compassion you put into not 1, but 2 of our ceremonies will forever cement you as one of our most cherished friends. We hope we can one day repay you for some of the honor you bestowed upon us today. Powis. In similar fashion to the Clunk, the Breens and I have both had the honor of calling you friend in different capacities over the years. I can't speak personally to the nature of your relationship with the Breens in the early years, but I can state with the utmost faith that you have always done the best by her. For my part, I am extremely glad that we have had the chance to grow closer ourselves in recent years. Your mic skills as MC only flow so naturally because you're walking your destined path towards a renowned artist. Both us Breenses are excited and proud to witness what becomes of your future.
To my sister, Cielo, or as I call her, Ate, although you are not physically here with us, I wanted to express my love and gratitude for you. Thank you for helping us source these super adorable stickers on the party favors at each table, and for commissioning these dapper bow ties for all of the groomsmen that they're wearing, all of the bow ties that the groomsmen are wearing today. Nailed it. Not only that, but you have graciously helped us plan our upcoming honeymoon to the Philippines, and we are super excited to see you next week. To my brother Carlo, or Kuya. You have truly been a pillar in my life. You are one of the most dedicated and hardworking people that I know. Despite your busy schedule, I know that you are always willing to help me in times of need. You have been there for me during some of the most difficult times in my life, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for always taking care of me and my appetite. Speaking of brothers, I have to say a few nice words about my brother-in-law and roommate, Taylor. We normally reserve these for birthdays, but today is also kind of a special day. Taylor, you're pretty dope, I guess. But really, you are an absolute gem of a human. The fact that you can and are willing to put up with my antics is truly commendable. Then again, you grew up with Anthony, so you are no stranger to silly antics. The brotherly bond that you and Anthony have is truly admirable. To witness the way you're both so in tune is inspiring and sometimes a little scary. But over the last few years, I feel like you and I have developed our own personal brand of synergy that is also special. I'm really excited to continue roasting Anthony with you for many years to come.
Okay, I guess.
Katie. I don't even know where to start on this friendship mat that we've created together these last few years. On the day that I attended your birthday as a +1, I never would have imagined how tight the strings of our friendship would become. Even three whole provinces didn't stand in our way. You are such a beautiful person, inside and out, my strongest friend, literally and figuratively. You are always willing to go above and beyond to make your friends feel special, and today is no exception. Despite your also insanely busy schedule, you still managed to cross off a huge chunk of our to-dos last night into the morning, sleeping 1 hour with me, and just making today an absolute breeze for the both of us. For that alone, but also for so much more, me and Anthony will forever be indebted to you. Having you in our lives brings a special kind of light that can only shine from someone as bright as you. Thank you, and I love you the most.
To the remainder of our wedding party, first, an apology. We would love to say similarly eloquent things about each of you, but time on the podium is too precious. Who invited so many of you to this event anyways? And who said you were allowed to upstage our outfits on our special day? Come on. Please, find us tonight after a couple cocktails so we can rant about our feelings privately. In the meantime, know that as a collective, you all make up the group of friends that we treasure most in this world. Your support, love, and passion help bring meaning to our lives each and every day. Whether you had the guts to perform a speech up here today or not, know that we will always love you for who you are, and know that you will always remain special to both of us.
Rob and Jen, also known as father and mother. I always dreamed about one day finding my person and my soulmate. After meeting and falling in love with your amazing son, Anthony, that dream is now a reality. From laughing around the dining table after a delicious meal, to driving top down in a convertible Mustang in Hawaii. I know that when Rob and Jen are there, it's gonna be an absolute blast. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. Thank you for welcoming me onto your vacations. But most of all, thank you for welcoming me into your family. You two are such thoughtful, hardworking, and generous people, and I am excited to finally have the privilege and honor to officially call myself your daughter. Mom and Pa, we made it. When you came to Canada in 1986, I know you weren't planning on bringing another little human into this world. In case you guys didn't know, by the 14 and 16-year age gap between me and my siblings. So if that doesn't give it away, then surprise. Just like me. In all seriousness, this year has been a roller coaster for our family. Anthony and I are both so happy that we could share not just one marriage celebration with you, Pa, but two. To witness the love and patience you have for each other is to witness a story of true love playing in real time. Anthony and I hope to emanate the love we see from both sets of our amazing parents and our own love story that we write together. For tonight specifically, a special shout out to my mom for making all of the cute salt jars on your tables and for pouring several hours into customizing the wedding dress of my dreams. We love you all so much. In closing this Breens talk, we once again want to thank all of you for being a part of this unforgettable day. We are so lucky to have each and every one of you in our lives. So let's raise a glass and toast to everyone here and to all the fun times ahead. Cheers!
We're looking for something dumb to do. Hey, baby, I think I wanna marry you. Is it the when you're feeling lost in the night, when you feel your world just ain't right, call on me and we'll be waiting. Count on me and we'll be there. Anytime the times get too tough, anytime your best ain't enough, I'll be the one to make it better. I'll be there to protect you, see you through. I'll be there and there is nothing I won't do. I will cross the ocean for you. I will go and bring you the moon. I will be your hero, your strength, anything you need. I will be the sun in your sky. I will light your way for all time. Promise you, for you I will.
Oh, that's beautiful. We're going to keep the dances going. Next, we're going to have Serena and her mother, Cynthia. Let's begin the second dance. Oh, my goodness.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. be, and nothing else could come between. But if you leave me to love another, you'll have shattered all of my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Next up, here. Next up, Anthony and his beautiful mother, Jen. Get up there, Anthony and Jen. Beautiful.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you wanna go. And if you're faced with a choice and you have to choose, I hope you choose the one that means the most to you. And if one door opens to another door closed, I hope you keep on walking till you find the window. If it's cold outside, show the world the warmth of your smile. But more than anything, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish.
That's beautiful. And finally, we'd like to welcome the bride and groom to the dance floor to partake in their first dance as husband and wife. Make some noise for Anthony Taylor Coulthard and Serena Rezek Kapalfin.
They're Pinky and the Brain. Yes, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. They're laboratory mice. Their genes have been spliced. They're dinky, Pinky and the Brain, 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 brain.
Would things be different if I could just find you? Could you remember if I just remind you? We could start over and just tell the time to slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. I know you kill for one last taste. I can't be found. 'Cause I knew you too late. We had no clue, but now
Here we go. Let's get everybody get in now. Come on now. Everybody get in now. Come on now. Come on now. Get in. Get in. Get in. Express yourself. On.